May! No! Peter holds a wounded Aunt May as blood spills from her stomach. Oh God, oh God, oh God! The hitman is still firing shots through the window. That was the last straw. Peter is now filled with rage. No more. And he dashes for the door. No more. No more. When the hitman saw Peter break out that door, his eyes were filled with fear. Peter picks up a truck, throwing it at the hitman. No more. The Jeep crashes through the window, making the hitman fall back. In the process, part of his gun is destroyed. Inside, MJ is calling 911. No time. She'll be dead by the time they get here. So Peter grabs Aunt May, and with her, he jumps out the window. No time! Aunt May whimpers. Peter! Hold on, Aunt May. I'm getting you to a hospital. You'll be okay. Peter's swinging to a hospital as fast as he can. You shouldn't. People will see you. They'll know who you... I'm sorry, I made a mess of... I'm so sorry. Aunt May passes out. May? Peter finally reaches the hospital. The doctors hear a huge crash upstairs, and they rush up there immediately. What is it? We need a trauma team stat, because she sees the wounded Aunt May laying on a bed. We got a gunshot victim. We need to stop the bleeding. We need compression over here. Get some plasma in here fast. She's losing a lot of blood. Peter is outside the window as the doctors talk about Aunt May's awful condition. He's going through so many emotions, anger and sadness. The next day in prison, we see Wilson Fisk in his cell. Mr. Fisk, we got a message for you. Don't know what it means, but you're better off that way, Charlie. What's the message? First gift basket not delivered, but one of the other two baskets was delivered. Kingpin looks down, then starts smirking. Well then, the evening wasn't a complete loss. Do you know Euripides, Charlie? Which cell? Which cell? Charming. You missed your calling, Charlie. A man of your caliber should be on the stage. Yeah? My wife says the same thing. She says Euripides was a Greek playwright, 480 to 406 BC. He wrote many tragedies, which I suppose gives us something in common. He wrote what is probably my favorite line of all time. Whom the gods would destroy, they first drove mad. Prolongs the pleasure, you see. Intensifies it 1,000-fold. You understand, Charlie? Sure thing. Well, kind of. No, not really, Mr. Fisk. Just as well. Best to the wife, Charlie. Thanks, Mr. Fisk. In Times Square, we see MJ outside, and from an alley, Peter calls to MJ. How's Aunt May? They stabilized her condition, but she's not good, MJ. She's not good, and I couldn't do anything. It was outside my control. I couldn't. This is my fault, MJ. No, that's not my fault. She's in County Memorial. She's gonna need money. I have what I took when I cleared out my account. It'll cover her for a while, but without insurance, without telling anyone who she is, you can't do that. Whoever pulled the trigger might come after her to finish the job. Book her under her maiden name, May Riley. There may even be a birth certificate with that name out there. Go to her, MJ. Sign every piece of paper you have to. Get the machine moving. I will. Where are you going? Peter jumps up and starts swinging. To do what I do best when I really put my mind to it, MJ. I'm gonna hurt someone. He heads back to the motel, the scene of the crime. The police are outside and that building still has the Jeep stuck through it. Peter walks through the door, but the cop's like, hey pal, you can't come in here. I said, without saying a word, Peter just webs his ass up and continues walking upstairs like nothing just happened. He now stands in the room where the hitman shot Aunt May. As he looks around, he just gets more and more angry. His spidey sense starts going off, and when he looks down, it's the part that broke off the hitman's sniper. So Peter picks it up. He starts examining it, but when he looks closer at the lens, he sees an inscription on it. He finally has some info that can get him closer to the hitman. His work is done here. He has what he needs, and he walks out that building pissed off, leaving that cop behind webbed up. He don't give a damn. As Peter webs through Manhattan mad as hell, he thinks about how he can't do anything for Aunt May right now. Can't even show his face there because his face is plastered across every newspaper in New York. He would only bring jeopardy her way. I can't stand by her bed. Can't hold her hand. Can't tell her that I love her. I have to leave it to MJ and the doctors, who I know are doing everything they can. This is all I can do. All I know how to do. In New York, everyone knows where the big guys hang out. Untouchables. Guys connected so high up in the food chain that even the police are scared to mess with them. Top tier drug dealers who sell to congressmen and celebrities. the underground sex trade, gun runners, the guys that Peter is after right now. They open up a crate full of guns. Nice, very nice, as I promised. All right, guys, let's grab the straps and get up out of here. The criminals hear a loud crash. I don't knock. I'm not in the mood. And we see that Peter has tore through the side of the building. Look at them hands. He came here to beat ass. And he instantly jumps on those guys, kicking 2 of them in the face. They try to shoot him, but he's too quick. Tonight, I don't care what the deal is, or who these guys are, or why they're buying what they're buying. Tonight, they're just in the way between me and him, but he's not going anywhere. Not tonight. Not this night. Peter weaves all the gunshot bullets and throws the people around. One dude tries to run for the door, but Peter webs it up. You not going nowhere. One of the goons tries to run down on Peter, but Peter kicks him right in the mouth. On this night, the rules are gone, and he kicks 2 others while doing the splits. No jokes, no punches pulled. As of tonight, no one gets away. No one threatens my family. No one! Peter's in crash out mode, hitting them with the most brutal punches. His fists are covered with blood. Everybody is on the floor, knocked out. And Peter sees only one left. Look, I don't know what you want, but I don't want any trouble. You don't want any trouble, so why don't we? Peter grabs him by the collar. Shut up! Tell me about this. I don't know what you're talking about. I never seen that before. He's capping, so Peter breaks his hand. Ah! At another time, I would have taken comfort in the thought that this hand would no longer be able to sell a gun to somebody or pull a trigger. And maybe I will. Later, but not tonight. I didn't ask if you've seen it before. I asked you to tell me what you know about it. It's from Gunther Wa's scope, high-grade lens, fits power optic, 0 distortion, cleanest parallax adjustments, best you will ever find, hard to get in the States. Only a few dealers carry it. Who? No way, I can't. If I tell you, they'll kill me. What they do to you in a day or two, if they ever figure out, is a fraction of what I'll do to you right now. If the next word out your mouth isn't a first name followed by a last name and an address, repeat as necessary. All right. At the hospital, MJ's talking to a receptionist. She was admitted a few hours ago. No name. How am I supposed to find her without a name? Look, how many female 70-year-old gunshot victims do you get a night? Honey, you have no... Miss, I'm the doctor who treated your aunt. She's my aunt, May Riley. Where is she? Intensive care. We done everything we can, but she's gonna be okay, right? I mean, she's alive. I'm afraid it's not that simple. She lapsed into a coma. We're keeping her alive, but it's all being done by machines because her own body hasn't picked up the slack. Now, it's possible that against all odds, she might somehow come out this coma and start functioning again. But bearing that, sooner or later, I'm afraid she's gonna die. That news has MJ shocked. She'll make it. She'll pull through somehow. It's what she does. Now I just have to do my part. And we see Peter swinging through this thunderous night. He reaches the side of this tall building. I put this here a long time ago. I got rid of it in the first place because I thought it sent the wrong message. Maybe I kept it here because there might come a day when I'd want to send that message. That the rules don't apply anymore. That the gloves are off. That I won't stop. Can't be stopped. Until I find the people responsible for shooting May. I will find them. And when I do, I'm gonna kill them. And we see Peter dripped out back in the black suit. This is one of the greatest panels of all time. We're gonna end it off right here. On that note, let me know your thoughts on this episode, and I'm gonna see y'all boys and girls next time.